We're going to start fitting all our chain plates, all our deck gear.
I'm the captain now.
So what we're doing is building the cabinet for our drawers.
She was old and neglected, so we cut her to bare holes and built her up from the ground with our blood, sweat and tears.
So follow our journey as we plan to sail her to new destinations and make lasting memories.
Hey guys, welcome to another week's episode of Sailing Lady Africa, and all of you guys have been guessing and thinking what Moses' favorite tool is. What is your favorite tool?
My favorite tool is a vacuum.
A vacuum?
That's why.
And no, Moses, here vacuum? There's Yona. And a big thanks to Bondi Blue and London Eyewear for shades, to keep our shades protected.
Keep our shades protected.
Keep our eyes protected. Obviously we're a team, and Moses
gets his own page too.
Thank you, Bondi Blue.
Yeah.
Sweet. So thanks to that. So everyone that answered vacuum cleaner, we got an app with all the names on it, and we're gonna press shuffle, and we're gonna choose the names.
So let's see who the lucky one is. Okay, let's draw the name. Pew. Chris.
Chris is the lucky winner. We are gonna find out who you are on YouTube and send us a message letting us know who you are and where you're from and all of that. Chris, wherever you are, we'll be sending you a mail, and we also give Moses a whole bunch of, as our project's coming to end, there's a whole bunch of power tools that we're not using and a lot of tools that we're not going to use anymore, because I want to try and make this baby light. So Moses, that drill machine's also yours.
Thank you very much. Number one.
So the boat's all painted up, everything's looking super good, and we're going to start fitting all our chain plates, all our deck gear, all the stainless steel rails, pretty much all the cosmetics and some structural stuff. So we polished these up as we showed you the other day, and got some new stainless steel countersunk bolts and nuts, countersunk head on it. It will fit super nicely in there. That's pretty much the kind of fit that we're going to get. So it's going to be nice and flush with a washer and a spring washer for the back. And then there's obviously also the backing plates that are on all of them. So let's get all of this down.
We wrapped up our chain plate bolts with some butyl tape.
So that's where one of our chain plates come through. We put a washer on, put a spring washer, a nut. Then on top of that we add a dome nut for cosmetic purposes, and it also locks it a little. So dome nut. So about an hour and a half later, we got all our shiny new chain plates in. Looking good.
We then installed our anchor roller.
Looking good. Now that we've got our holes drilled, we took it out, and we're just going to fit in these bolts with our butyl tape so we don't get any leaks.
We installed our stainless steel posts.
So another thing I got was these flat washers cut for me. They've been laser profiled and they're stainless steel. And what I use them, I'm going to use them as backings, but I also use them to mark out my templates for where the bolt's going to go through. There we go. And I know that's my center point.
And drilled the holes for our jib track. We also installed our captain's chair.
So we installed all our inspection hatches and our captain's chair, and what we did is we sealed it off with butyl tape. We wrapped it around the base of our chairs and our hatches, and what that will do is now prevent any leakage. It countersunk all the holes, and we put the butyl tape around each bolt as well.
Extra little bit, see how it oozed out like that? All we do is, because it's so pinched in there, we just pull it out like that. We'll do that for the same edge over there.
So our captain chair's in, and it's lovely and it's so comfy, and I just want to let Ricky know, Ricky, I'm the captain now.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Before we started, this is actually a big hole right below even the swim platform. If you want to check those videos, check one of our old videos out. It's in there how we closed all of this up. And now we're going to fit this baby in. And right over here, we're going to install our little fire extinguisher plug-in. So what you do is, it will be a little fitting over here, and if in case of fire, you'll just stick the hose in there and extinguish the fire without opening the cover. So here's our track setup, and we've got butyl tape on both sides of each screw. We've got cushion in between all of them, and we've got a build-up area here with closed cell. And we're going to put it on. So there's all our new stainless steel bolts coming through. We're going to add some nuts onto all of that.
We polished up the remaining stainless steel and installed it. I also got down into inserting our clock and barometer.
So what we've done is we've drilled these holes where our supports for our hard tops coming in, and I've overside drilled them. I've only drilled them to the second layer of glass through the core and removed some core out. Now we're going to fill them out with some thickened epoxy. So I'm just using this method just to try and keep it a bit cleaner while I'm doing all of them. Just made a filler just thick enough so that it can still self-level, so it's not like thickened peanut butter, but what I've done is have it a little flowy, so there's enough filler to avoid the brittleness of the epoxy, a little bit of filler to allow it to full.
You guys want to see how it looks like from the outside? I will show you. Look at her. She's so beautiful. So beautiful. After a nice long day at work, we got home to darkness.
So as you can see, this is what we call load shedding in South Africa. So now, because our systems are so good in South Africa, for 12 hours a day, we don't have power. So you come home after a nice long day of working, you get food from your local store,
You eat under battery operated lights, then you go to sleep, and tomorrow morning when you wake up at 6 there's still no power. At least we're alive.
We're gonna go get our solar panels. The reason why we decided we're gonna do it now is because South Africa has load shedding and we're scared that the solar panels run out. So we're gonna go purchase them now.
This is how we're gonna charge our boat from now on. We're taking this baby with us. It's our new charger.
Our E-station.
E-station. That's cool. That's so cool. So here's our panels in here, and we're gonna get
That's all our
3 of these panels.
Driving with our solar panel.
Our first solar panel to do extra size testing. We've measured out, we've seen that everything should fit. So we managed to we got one now. And we're gonna go try and check all the spots that we want to fit, that there's no problems, no hiccups, and if there is any problems that we can figure it out before we buy the rest of the panels.
But happy days, there ain't no load shedding on the boat.
So what we're doing is building the cabinet for our drawers, the only drawers that we're going to have on the boat. And this is the first time I'm building a wooden carcass and cabinet, so give it a bash. I know it's not the best, and you should do a couple of other things like make a little slot in there and all that, but I don't have the machines. I just got this cut out by the wood suppliers, and we're using commercial ply with the AA face, which means that both sides are beautiful faces, like that. And 12 mil to kind of just save a little bit of weight. It's not ideal. Ideally you want to make them 16 or 19, but I suppose 12 will do. And we're using waterproof glue on all the bonding surfaces. And another thing I forgot to order was the bases for all the drawers, so we're going to have to order that in next week.
So what, you got scared? Never, man. Measure twice, cut once.
Then we headed off to Joinery by Design to get some of our drawbacks cut.
Yeah, with Ati, and he helped us out to get our doors cut. As you saw, when you want it done right, just take it to a professional and it gets done right. And Ati, how long have you been doing woodworking for? So many years. That's how you know he's a professional. He's got battle scars from the trade. And if you guys want any custom stuff, these guys, Joinery by Design in PE, contact them. They do any work, even like 100 k's away from here. All custom, top quality work. Thank you so much, Ati. So, me and Simone, we got all our panels cut. We just moved outside and we're gonna pre-drill all of them, and we fit in the backs of our panels to the bottom of our drawers. So that, like that, then each one will get a bottom. That's the front of our drawers, and then the only thing we're getting CNC cut is the front, those front faces and the frame around. And so bad carpentry skills, get it CNC cut.
While we're busy building our cabinet, don't forget to hit subscribe below.
So what we've got here is our drawer set that I got the CNC cut, I drew it up. Obviously I'm not a carpenter, so I don't understand the stuff too well. But what I do understand is CAD. So it makes it easy for me to draw it and then get it the face CNC cut. And this is actually the first drawer set I've ever built, so I didn't look at any plans, I kind of just did what made sense to me. And so now what I want to do is these inserts, which are the CNC cutouts, fit on like that. Just get it perfect there. So fit on like that. So now I want to get it really centered. So what I did is I drew a cross in a sense, which is from the points to the points, just to find the center. And I'm going to line that up with this center, and hopefully if all my maths and everything else is correct, that baby should line up perfectly in the middle. And yeah, so it'll look like these. That's the idea. Let's see. Okay, push it in. Now since there's only one screw in, we can still do adjustments. It's pretty darn perfect, if I don't say so myself. Cool. So now we take it up, we take it out, got that marking, we'll glue it and then screw it again.
Stay tuned till next week, where we take a trip to Bird Island and start our headliner. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe below if you haven't already, and don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and share this with your friends and family. If you'd like to join our amazing Patreon family and support our production, a link is in the description below. If you would like to donate a once-off payment and help us keep the show on the road, a link is also in the description below. Thanks to our awesome new patron, Casey Utrecht.